Jodie Foster. Even the name evokes brilliance, talent, and a life lived in the spotlight. Yet behind the acclaim, awards, and cinematic triumphs lies a story few truly know. A story of resilience, quiet strength, and a childhood that demanded courage far beyond her years. Born Alicia Christian Foster in Los Angeles, Jodie was a prodigy from the start. Her intelligence and drive shaping a life that blurred the lines between childhood and professional responsibility. From early fame to personal loss, triumphs to private joys, her journey reflects not only the making of an extraordinary actress, but the endurance of a human spirit navigating love, grief, and the relentless demands of a world that watched her grow up before her time. Early life and childhood brilliance. Jodie Foster, a name synonymous with cinematic brilliance, carries a life story as intricate and compelling as the roles she has inhabited. Born Alicia Christian Foster on November 19, 1962 in Los Angeles, she was the youngest of 4 children in a household defined by love and the absence of a father. Lucius Foster, a decorated Air Force colonel turned real estate broker, left before Jodie was born, leaving her mother, Evelyn Brandy Foster, to raise the family alone. Money was always scarce, but Brandy's determination to provide her children with a foundation of intellect, courage, and resilience shaped Jodie's early years profoundly. Even as a toddler, she displayed remarkable intelligence, speaking in full sentences by 9 months, reading at 3, and consuming books far beyond her years by 4. Teachers and siblings alike marveled at her brilliance, but her gifts came at a cost, as her childhood became increasingly consumed by auditions, rehearsals, and the relentless demands of an industry that saw her not as a child, but as a professional. At just 3 years old, Jodie was discovered by a talent scout and cast in a Coppertone commercial, her image, alongside a playful puppy, becoming iconic. Yet behind the camera, she bore the weight of her family's hopes. In the 18 months that followed, she appeared in nearly 30 commercials, earning more than her mother by age 4, and a trust fund was set up to manage her earnings. Playgrounds were replaced with film sets, and innocence gave way to responsibility as Jodie navigated the early demands of fame. By the age of 5, she secured a recurring role on Mayberry RFD, and by 13 she had appeared in over 50 shows, astounding producers with her professionalism and resilience. Jodie's early career, though a testament to talent, also exacted a heavy toll, as she later reflected. "I was always the adult in the room, even when I was just a little girl." A recognition of the sacrifices imposed upon her before she could even understand the nature of childhood. The price of genius. Her early years were a blur of film sets and television appearances, yet each accomplishment came with an undercurrent of pressure and expectation. Jodie's childhood was defined not by play or carefree days, but by the discipline required to navigate an industry that demanded maturity beyond her years. In 1972, at the age of 10, she was cast in Napoleon and Samantha, a film that tested her courage when she was asked to work alongside a trained lion. The scene, intended as a magical moment, quickly became terrifying as the animal moved unpredictably, leaving Jodie injured. The physical wounds healed, but the emotional scars lingered, haunting her in nightmares for years. 3 days later, she returned to the set, wrapped in bandages, determined to complete the film. Hollywood praised her professionalism, but beneath the accolades was a child compelled to summon courage far beyond what most would expect of someone her age. The following year, during the filming of Tom Sawyer, she broke her wrist performing a stunt, yet persisted, masking pain behind a determined smile. These early experiences, though formative for her career, revealed the harsh realities of child stardom. Performance was prioritized over protection, and resilience was demanded as a necessity rather than a choice. Taxi Driver and The Shadows of Hollywood. In 1976, Jodie took on the role that would both immortalize her and deepen the emotional challenges she faced. Iris in Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver. The character existed in a world of darkness and vulnerability, and preparations for the role were rigorous. Psychological evaluations, strict labor safeguards, and the use of her older sister as a body double for sensitive scenes reflected the care required, yet the emotional toll was undeniable. Jodie struggled with the wardrobe and the exposure demanded by the role, often holding back tears, yet delivered a performance that earned her an Academy Award nomination. The glory, however, was inseparable from the shadows that accompanied it, a reminder that recognition in Hollywood often comes alongside personal sacrifice. Her ascent to fame was not a gentle climb, but a relentless one, marked by physical exhaustion, fear, and emotional complexity, shaping her into a young woman who matured far beyond her years. By the time Disney films like Freaky Friday brought her lighter recognition, and films like The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane demanded profound maturity, childhood was already a distant memory. Adolescence became a period of professional growth, yet it exacted a heavy cost. Innocence replaced by responsibility, play replaced by preparation, and growth accelerated by necessity rather than choice. International work and formative experiences. By the late 1970s, Jodie's career expanded internationally. She performed in French and Italian films, learned songs for foreign audiences, and portrayed complex characters such as orphans and con artists, often far from the familiarity of home. These experiences were intellectually and emotionally enriching, yet isolating, leaving her feeling older than her years. Behind the applause and acclaim was a teenager navigating foreign cultures, languages, and expectations, compelled to perform with poise and professionalism. The years abroad added layers to her resilience, teaching her adaptability and endurance, while simultaneously amplifying the sense of childhood lost. Despite the challenges, her talent continued to shine, signaling the extraordinary potential that would define her career, even as her personal growth unfolded within the constraints of a demanding and unforgiving industry. Yale University and the Hinckley Incident, the 1980s, should have been a time of celebration and exploration for Jodie, but the events surrounding her life at Yale University in 1981 disrupted any semblance of normalcy. John Hinckley Jr., obsessed with her role in Taxi Driver, attempted to assassinate President Ronald Reagan, claiming the act was intended to impress her. Overnight, Jodie became a symbol of obsession and tragedy, and her privacy was shattered. Federal agents patrolled her dorm, reinforced glass was installed in her windows, and a direct line to the FBI became part of her daily life. She later admitted to nearly abandoning her studies multiple times under the stress of constant surveillance. Yet she persevered, graduating magna cum laude in 1985 with a thesis on Toni Morrison, demonstrating the same intellectual rigor that had defined her childhood. The intrusion into her life, though deeply unsettling, never diminished her commitment to education, her pursuit of knowledge, or her dedication to becoming a well-rounded individual, capable of navigating both the demands of Hollywood and the complexities of life beyond fame. Career resurgence and professional triumphs. Despite her academic achievements, Jodie faced professional setbacks. Casting directors deemed her a commercial risk. Completed films were shelved, and she endured repeated rejections. Yet, she persevered. In 1988, her career experienced a turning point with The Accused, in which she portrayed Sarah Tobias, a character defined by imperfection and raw resilience. Jodie channeled her own experiences into the role, transforming personal pain into a performance that captivated audiences. Her portrayal earned her first Academy Award, not merely for talent, but for a resilience forged through years of professional and personal struggle. 2 years later, she assumed the role of Clarice Starling in The Silence of the Lambs, undertaking exhaustive preparation with the FBI and performing physically demanding scenes that required both mental and emotional fortitude. The result was legendary, earning her second Academy Award and solidifying her status as one of Hollywood's most formidable talents. These achievements, though widely celebrated, were tempered by the personal cost of carrying trauma and vulnerability into her work, a testament to the discipline and strength that defined her approach to her craft. Personal life and private joys. Away from the glare of the cameras, Jodie Foster cultivated a personal life defined by discretion and devotion. In 1993, she met Sydney Bernard, a production coordinator whose quiet strength offered stability and comfort. Together, they built a private life, raising 2 sons, Charlie and Kit, shielded from public scrutiny. Jodie's devotion to her family was fierce, often taking extraordinary measures to preserve their privacy and safety. She paid schools to deter paparazzi, used pseudonyms for hospital visits, and ensured her children grew up with as much normalcy as possible, a reflection of the childhood she herself had been denied. Her relationship with Sydney, though profoundly loving, eventually ended due to the pressures of secrecy and differing desires for openness, yet they remained connected through shared parenthood, prioritizing the well-being of their children over personal grief. Coming out and new beginnings. In 2013, Jodie stepped onto the stage at the Golden Globes and spoke with quiet grace about her personal life, acknowledging a truth long held privately. Her words resonated not with spectacle but with honesty, illustrating her lifelong commitment to authenticity while valuing privacy above all else. The following year, she married Alexandra Hedison, an accomplished photographer, and together they built a life grounded in love, creativity, and sanctuary. Their home became a haven for family, art, and reflection, a place where the routines of daily life took precedence over the demands of celebrity. With Alexandra, Jodie discovered a new sense of freedom, the ability to live openly and tenderly without the constant need to navigate public scrutiny, loss, grief, and enduring strength. Even as she found personal happiness, life continued to present challenges. In 2016, her father passed away, leaving her to reflect on the complex nature of absence and unresolved relationships. His passing was not the loss of intimacy, but a quiet acknowledgement of what had never existed. 3 years later, her mother passed away after a long battle with dementia, an absence that resonated deeply. Brandy had been the cornerstone of Jodie's life, guiding her through every storm and instilling the resilience that enabled her to endure childhood pressures, professional demands, and personal tragedies. Her passing left Jodie confronting profound grief, yet she carried forward the lessons of love, courage, and perseverance her mother had imparted. Current life and legacy today. At 62, Jodie Foster lives with intentionality and grace. She divides her time between Los Angeles, New York, and Europe, choosing projects selectively and prioritizing family, creativity, and personal fulfillment over spectacle. Her home with Alexandra is filled with art, light, and warmth, a sanctuary where mornings begin with coffee and reading, and evenings end with family dinners and laughter. Her sons, Charlie and Kit, have grown under her careful guidance, their childhoods shielded from the relentless glare of public attention. Professionally, Jodie remains as discerning as ever, taking on projects that challenge her creatively while respecting her need for balance and peace. Health, discipline, and mindfulness are central to her daily life, and she embraces the natural passage of time with dignity, allowing her experiences to etch their stories upon her. Philanthropy and quiet influence. Beyond her professional achievements, Jodie Foster has quietly contributed to causes close to her heart, supporting children's health initiatives, cancer research, LGBTQ+ rights, and programs for emerging artists. Her generosity is consistent, purposeful, and deeply personal, reflecting a commitment to improving lives without seeking recognition. Her legacy extends beyond film and awards. It encompasses resilience, compassion, and the quiet power of living authentically. Reflections on a life well lived. Jodie Foster's story is not one of perfection, nor of a life untouched by hardship. It is a story of resilience, courage, and integrity. From her prodigious beginnings to her trials in Hollywood, her personal joys and losses, her devotion to family, and her continued dedication to meaningful work, she embodies the profound truth that greatness is forged not from comfort, but from endurance. Her legacy is one of authenticity, reminding the world that the most compelling stories are not those of flawless achievement, but of human beings who navigate challenges, embrace love, endure sorrow, and emerge with grace intact. Jodie Foster's greatest role has never been on screen. It has been her life itself, a testament to the strength of spirit, the power of love, and the quiet dignity of a life lived with courage and purpose.